Today marks World Book Day, with schools across the UK celebrating reading and storytelling. With young people increasingly surrounded by screens, many say encouraging children to read has never been more important. Rosaline Stark, a primary school teacher and head of English at Danesfield Primary School, explains why.
So I am a primary school teacher and I'm also head of English. So encouraging reading for pleasure is really important because it has such an indicator on a children's academic process in all subjects. I think it's so important for us as educators in order to promote reading and reading books and exposing children to a variety of texts because it helps with their language development.
When you think of World Book Day, you might imagine traditional chapter books, but this year, comics appear to be taking centre stage. Author Russ Daff, who recently co-wrote the comic Tales of the Emetosphere, says the popularity of comics today is very different to when he first tried to enter the industry.
When I went into the to do this comic jam at school. They were like, they all had. I was walking around looking what they're doing, and they all had these books on their tables. And I was like, I said to the teacher, "Is that because I'm here?" Because they knew they were doing a comics thing. So no, that's just what they're reading. I remember I tried to get into it in the 1990s, and I couldn't get in at the end of the 90s. So I went off and did games instead, like PlayStation games. At the moment, there's a real phenomenon with the comics, this age group, and they're like selling like hotcakes. It's the biggest thing in publishing at the moment.
Children's graphic novel sales in the UK are now worth almost £20 million, according to Nielsen book data. At the Book Hive in Norwich, booksellers say the popularity of comics is clear.
Graphic novels can do that really clever thing that actually is intergenerational. It can bring children and adults together because we can all get something from it. My daughter, who's 3, already loves graphic novels and other things because they're very interactive to read together. These are great bridges to full books and chapter books and storybooks. The idea of representing something visually as a way of educating or making it more engaging is actually everywhere. It's the reason we have PowerPoint for presentations.
This was Jake Dennis reporting for UEA Journalism.